Hi class, this is Jennifer Cornett and I will be your professor for this summer session of Math 098 Elementary Algebra here at Lee University. I have created this video for you just to give you a quick overview of this online course since we will not be in person for class. This is an intense math boot camp. This is a full semester of elementary algebra, which is a review of pre-algebra, algebra 1, all smushed into 4 weeks. If you can handle about 2 hours a day, you are going to pass this class and go on to your next math class. So it's a really great opportunity for you to get ahead in your degree program, but you're going to have to commit this whole next couple of weeks to work on this class. There's a few ways that you can contact me. This is an online course, but you can still email me at any time if you have questions about what you're learning, about your homework. I would love for you to join our text message group. If you open up a text message, type in the number 81010 and send the message at MTHS 098 SUM. You're going to get connected on our Remind group. It's a really easy way that I can communicate with you directly through text message, and you can directly ask me questions through text message without anybody else in the class knowing. I do have office hours. It's by appointment only, like I'm not going to sit at the computer for these entire hours unless I know that you're about to get on Zoom and we can meet on Zoom together. I can work out some problems with you. This is if you have questions about what you're doing. Okay, I'm going to send you this document here. This is a suggested schedule. This is a self-paced class, so you are not required to do these sections on these days. The sections do have due dates. So if you look at June 6th, Monday, June 6th, there's 3 sections. In my opinion, you should work on those sections on that day to keep track. Your first test will be June 10th. Again, this is just my recommendation to kind of pace yourself, especially if you are working a summer job or if you're taking another class. Okay, so I have divided everything up into sections. There's 4 units. Every unit has 4 to 6 sections. And listen carefully, every section has 2 things. It has a lesson, which is where I am teaching you the math material, and then it has a homework assignment. I'm about to show you on Moodle what this will look like, but so just think every section has a lesson and a homework. If you don't have a Cengage website account, you will be prompted through our Moodle page to set one up. It is completely free. You do not need to give them your credit card information. It's already included in your tuition. All sections, the lessons and the homework, will always be due at 11:59 p.m. the night before the exam. Okay, you'll want to save these dates. All exams will be taken live on Zoom. For the most part, you have 2 testing times per chapter. You might want to take a screenshot of this page. I will also send you this page in an email. I do need to know when you're going to test. That way you can get the password to open the test. So just at some point in the week before Friday, before the test date, just say, hey, Miss Cornett, I plan on taking the 4 o'clock one, or I plan on taking the 9 o'clock one. The only time that's different is June 23rd. I will be out of town with my parents, and so I cannot promise that I'll be available to do an evening test. So at this point, I am only offering a 9 a.m. test. So if you do work or volunteer somewhere, hopefully this gives you plenty of time to take off for June 23rd. Okay, so let me talk to you about how we will test on Zoom. It's really important, and it's important to uphold the integrity of this class and what you are learning, because you need these math skills to be successful in your next math class. And so if you're cheating on your exams or cheating on your homework, you're going to really hurt yourself in the next class, because your professor next semester will expect that you have already mastered the skills from this course. You need 2 cameras on you, 2 cameras on Zoom. The first should be the computer that you're using. This could be a desktop or a laptop. The camera needs to be on. It needs to be on your face. I will be recording these testing times, and so I will be looking for if you are talking to anybody in the room that I might not be able to see, or if you are talking to your phone, if you're talking to Siri, or something, and so I'll be watching your face and your mouth and your movements. The second device should be set up so that I can see your workspace and see your computer screen. Here are 4 great examples. Most students use their cell phone as the second device, or if you have an iPad, and kind of just set it up. You need to practice this before Friday's exam because you're only going to have 60 minutes to take the test, and you don't want to be fiddling around with your phone making sure I can see it right. Once your 2 devices are set up, I will then send you the password to access the exam. After the exam, I need you to take clear pictures of your scratch work. I have an example of someone's scratch work off to the side here. It does not have to be that nice if your handwriting is not that nice. I know mine is not, but I want to point out a few things that I like about this scratch work. I want you to first notice that the problems are numbered and that the answers are marked, like this student just underlined. And so I want you to make sure that you are doing the same thing. If you get a problem incorrect on your test or correct, but both ways, I'm going to be looking back to your scratch paper to see how did you get that answer. And if you don't have work shown, then I can assume that you might have gotten this answer off of the internet or off of your calculator, and I'll deduct points from your score. You do need to take a picture of it and then post it on our Moodle page. And so if you have questions about this, please let me know. The one thing, I need you to keep all your scratch paper until final grades have been posted. Okay, real quick, the last thing I want to show you is your Moodle page. So if you are a newly university student, Moodle is our online platform where classes have websites. This is a picture of ours. It says Welcome to Math 098. It is important that you know this does not satisfy your requirement to graduate. This is just a stepping stone to get you into the class that you need to graduate. You can check out our syllabus, you can check out the pacing guide, the Zoom link, and then it is divided into different units. Each unit has a devotion, and then I want you to notice kind of the pattern of how I have the Moodle page organized. Right here where my mouse is dancing, you can see that's lesson and homework. Both of them are section 1.1 real numbers. They go together, and then you can see this little red PDF symbol also says section 1.1. Those are just extra teaching videos. So if you get through the lesson, you're still not really sure what you're doing, you can watch these extra teaching videos. Okay, and so then we have lesson 1-2 and homework 1-2. So those go together. And then some of these actually do have the extra teaching videos, and then they do have extra practice problems. And so if you just say, hey, I really want to practice a few more problems before taking the test, click there and it has the answers and you can just practice the problems. So let me just open an example of these. I want you to do the lessons first. The lesson is like your class time, what you would learn in class. Have a notebook with you, write some notes down, write the examples down. On the first page, it says that you're allowed 3 chances, which is true. So because there's going to be questions in this lesson for you to answer. If you get them wrong, I want you to go back and correct yourself. You can see that the assignment will close June 9th at 11:59. It calls it a quiz. I couldn't change that. That's just the default name that Moodle calls this part that I'm using, and so ignore the word quiz. It's not a quiz, it's a lesson. And it's usually going to say start attempt, but I already clicked on this on my student account, so it thinks I already started it. So that's why mine says continue the last attempt. If you haven't started it, it will say something like start the quiz now. Okay, and so the words here are, if I were just teaching and talking to you in class, I want you to read through it. I want you to practice. There's examples. Right here, there's a question. Use the drop-down screen to identify the greatest common factor of each pair of numbers. And so you will have to choose, and these do count for your grade. This is 25% of your grade. And then you just keep going. There's videos embedded here. I give you more examples. Up, there's another question. Scroll down. Here's another video. Down, down, down. And then right here, it talks about that there is an ebook, which I'll show you how to get to that in just a minute, and that I do want you to complete the homework assignment, which is back on Moodle. And then this is a really important video. This is done by me, and I have worked some of your actual homework problems out on this video, so you'll definitely want to check this out. When you're finished, we're just going to click finish attempt. Okay, it tells me that I did not do very good because I did not answer questions, so I could return back to it or I could submit. Okay, and I'm going to open up the homework for that section. Now, if you do not have a Cengage WebAssign account, you have to set up an account, and if you have any problems, you need to do this quickly. Don't wait until the day before the homework is due to set this account up. Set it up, and like I said, it should not charge you any money at all. So, okay, once you do have your Cengage WebAssign account set up, this is what your home page will look like. You do not need to go to a separate website. You can access this all through our Moodle page. I want you to see up here at the top, there's communication. You can email me through WebAssign. There is an ebook right here that you can click on, and then here are your homework assignments. So let me just open one of these real quick. Okay, so you can see up here that this one has a total of 20 questions, and then we're just going to scroll down and start answering questions. Write the fraction in simplest form. If you need an ebook, click on that. It will take you right to the page that you would have learned it if you were reading the textbook. You can practice another version of that problem. Way over here to the far right side, it says ask your teacher. You can click on that and you can type me a message. You can say, hey, Miss Cornett, can you explain this to me, and hit send. That message will go straight to my email. As soon as I get an opportunity, I will check my email and I will answer you back, and then you would just go back to this problem on this section and you'll see my response. The very, very bottom, you can either save your progress or you can submit the assignment. All assignments and all lessons are due 11:59 p.m. the night before the test. Okay, that's all for this video. If you have any questions, rewatch the video, send me an email, join the Remind text group, send me a text message. I look forward to working with you these next couple of weeks. And remember, this will be a challenge to keep up with, but you will be so happy that you'll have this behind you in 4 weeks instead of 15 weeks like a normal semester length. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.